As of February 9, 2015, gay marriage has been legalized in 37 U.S. states, including Arkansas, Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, and Kansas. My position is simple. Anyone who wants to get married to a loving partner should be allowed to get married. 13 states in total have gay marriage bans through either laws or constitutional amendments or both. Denying some people the option to marry is discriminatory and creates a second class of citizens. On July 25th of 2014, Miami-Dade County Circuit Court Judge Sarah Zabel ruled Florida's gay marriage ban unconstitutional and stated that the ban serves only to hurt, to discriminate, to deprive same-sex couples and their families of equal dignity, to label and treat them as second-class citizens, and to deem them unworthy of participation in one of the fundamental institutions of our society. Same-sex couples should have access to the same benefits enjoyed by heterosexual married couples. There are 1,138 benefits, rights, and protections available to married couples in federal law alone, according to the General Accounting Office assessment made in 2004. Benefits only available to married couples include hospital visitation during an illness, the option of filing a joint tax return to reduce a tax burden, access to family health coverage, U.S. residency, and family unification for partners from another country, as well as bereavement leave and inheritance rights if a partner was to die. Married couples also have access to protections if the relationship ends, such as child custody, spousal or child support, and an equitable division of property. The concept of traditional marriage has changed over time, most definitely, and the definition of marriage as always being between one man and one woman is historically inaccurate. Examples of this include not only polygamy, but also interracial marriage, which was once illegal. Polygamy has been widespread throughout history, according to the university political scientist Rose McDermott, and interracial marriage was once illegal in the majority of U.S. states, and was still banned in half of U.S. states until the 1950s. Official unions between same-sex couples, indistinguishable from marriages except for gender, are believed by some scholars to have been common until the 13th century in many countries, with the ceremonies performed in churches and the union sealed with a kiss between the two parties. Marriage is an internationally recognized human right for all people. Since 1888, the U.S. Supreme Court has declared 14 times that marriage is a fundamental right for all people, according to the American Foundation for Equal Rights. Article 16 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights guarantees men and women of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. They are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage, and at its dissolution. Amnesty International states that this non-discrimination principle has been interpreted by UN treaty bodies and numerous intergovernmental human rights bodies as prohibiting discrimination based on gender or sexual orientation. Marriage is not only for procreation. Otherwise infertile couples or couples that just wish to not have children would be prevented from marrying. The ability or desire to create offspring has never been a qualification for marriage, although some people seem to state this case. From 1970 through 2012, about 30% of all U.S. households were married couples without children, and in 2012, married couples without children outnumbered married couples with children by approximately 9%. 6% of married women aged 15 to 44 are infertile, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In a 2010 Pew Research Center survey, both married and unmarried people rated love, commitment, and companionship higher than having children as very important reasons to get married. And only 44% of unmarried people and 59% of married people rated having children as a very important reason. Gay marriage can bring financial gain to federal, state, and local governments and can help boost the economy overall. In 2012, the Williams Institute at the University of California at Los Angeles found that in the first 5 years after Massachusetts legalized gay marriage in 2004, same-sex wedding expenditures such as venue rental, wedding cakes, dresses, etc., added about $111 million to the state's economy. A series of reports also by this institute estimated that legalizing same-sex marriage would boost the economies of the 11 states studied by a total of $723 million over 3 years. Gay marriage bans cause humiliation and uncertainty for children who are being raised by same-sex couples. In ruling Texas's gay marriage ban unconstitutional, San Antonio-based federal judge Orlando Garcia stated that the ban causes needless stigmatization and humiliation for children being raised by the loving same-sex couples being targeted. Children of unmarried same-sex couples are denied the stability that comes with having married parents, including the guarantee of child support in the case of divorce and an automatic legal connection to both parents. Marriage provides both physical and psychological health benefits, and banning gay marriage increases rates of psychological disorders. The American Psychological Association, as well as the American Psychiatric Association and others, wrote in a 2007 amicus brief, allowing same-sex couples to marry would give them access to the social support that already facilitates and strengthens heterosexual marriages, with all of the psychological and physical health benefits associated with that support. A 2012 study by researchers from UCLA, San Francisco State University, and the University of Massachusetts at Amherst found that same-sex married couples were significantly less distressed than lesbian, gay, and bisexual persons not in a legally recognized relationship. Legalizing gay marriage will not harm the institution of marriage, and same-sex marriages may even be more stable than heterosexual marriages. A study published in April 13th of 2009 in the Social Science Quarterly found that laws permitting same-sex marriage or civil unions have no adverse effects on marriage, divorce, and abortion rates, or the percent of children born out of wedlock. A November 2011 study by UCLA's Williams Institute reported that the rate which legally recognized same-sex couples and their relationships is 1.1% on average, while 2% of married different-sex couples divorce annually. The executive board of the American Anthropological Association found that more than a century of research has shown no support whatsoever for the view that either civilization or viable social orders depend upon marriage as an exclusively heterosexual institution. Gay marriage legalization is correlated with lower divorce rates, while gay marriage bans are correlated with higher divorce rates. The fact of the matter is, gay marriage should be legalized just as a marriage between a heterosexual couple is. Love is a basic human necessity, as is freedom to be one's authentic self. It is appalling to me that anyone would try to take this away from anyone. Love should be recognized in all forms, and this issue will not just go away on its own. It will not be solved on its own. I urge people to not only be considerate and loving of those that might be different from you, and to accept everyone for who they are as a human being. I also urge those who are of legal voting age to vote for candidates that are willing to uphold the rights of all, not just some Americans. To solve this issue together, we must not only vote and love one another, but also be vocal and open about who we are and who we might love. If you are an ally and not a member of the LGBT community, it is important to treat others how you would want to be treated. So many of us have forgotten the golden rule that we all seem to have learned in kindergarten. It is also important to be vocal at expressing the fact that there is nothing inherently wrong with being a member of this community and that you are not less than. The only way to combat hatred or dislike is with love. We must love ourselves, our neighbors, as well as those who do not support gay marriage. Hate breeds more hate, and that would be counterproductive to this issue. If everyone practices love and tolerance of one another, I honestly don't see anything wrong that could come about from that. However, if we do not practice love and tolerance and spread knowledge and awareness of this issue, or if we do not vote for individuals who are in favor of changing the current marriage climate, then we will get further behind in the goal that is labeled as equality. and many people will feel as if their basic human rights have been trampled on. Once again, I urge you, for those who are in favor of equality, and to love everyone just as you do yourself. Everyone deserves to be loved and to be legally recognized as the spouse of the person that they love, if that is their desire. Thank you.